Aw, Jason.
Aw, Jason. All right,
That's me.
guys, welcome to episode 37 of the Level Up Show, a special DDoS episode.
Special bullshit episode.
Special, we hate...
Special, you guys, well,
Not
they
you guys.
deserve it, but the mass public doesn't.
Yeah, so right off the bat, let me just say that this is going to be a weird week.
Probably gonna be a short episode, I feel like.
We're going to do our best, but we might not get a lot of people in here. It doesn't seem like we're going to show up on live from PlayStation. A lot of people aren't going to be able to watch us, period, if the network is not working for them, but we're going to do our best. We're a Level Up Show. We're a gaming-dedicated talk show on every Sunday, no matter what, even through DDoS attacks. I'm Andrew. This is my co-host, Mike. And we also have Mark and Kristen with you guys in the chat room all night. Mark is Marked Words, and Kristen is Kristen Says Be Nice, so keep an eye out for them. And remember that they are with us, they are part of the show, and they are chatting with you all night.
You better be nice.
We also have Bogey right here. And we also have Anthony back here. But you can't see him. There he is. Brother Anthony is still here to help out with the show. So keep an eye out on them all night. Bogey won't be in the chat room with you, though.
Yes, he is.
I can't believe he's just sitting here like this. Look at this.
I know, he's the best.
Look at this dog right here.
He knows that Kristen is not in the best mood.
No, he's taking care of you. Yeah, well, first let's start with that. Kristen is a little hungover, I guess you could say.
Nah, I just feel tired.
Okay.
I just feel moody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Sometimes you just want to lay on the couch. You have to get changed and put makeup on so you can sit in a chair.
Well, fortunately, this might be a short show. For you
Yeah.
today.
Dedication.
No, I do. Yeah, it is dedication.
It is.
I don't want to disappoint my fans.
Yeah. How's everybody else doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Mark, how about you? Anything new?
Not much.
Not playing anything?
No, I haven't really played much of anything. I did finish the first season of *Halt and Catch Fire*.
Okay, how'd you like
How
it?
do you like it, by the way?
The first few episodes are kind of tough to get through, but
Yeah.
it picks up pace, and the ending of the season, like the last 4 episodes, solid.
Very solid.
Definitely
It's
solid.
based off of what a tech company. What is the tech company? I can't remember.
IBM, right?
No, it's
No,
against IBM, but
it's
there's
technically like a fictional company.
Okay.
I thought it was based off of the real one, actually.
No, the company they work for is called Cardiff Electric, but there was never any actual Cardiff Electric.
I watched the first
And they
2
were-
episodes, and then I just kind of... I had a lot of other stuff that Kristen and I are watching.
and honestly,
so.
like the first 2 episodes aren't the best.
Okay.
What's up, J-Dog?
Gets better?
It gets better.
It was
Okay.
at that lunch at the Wire.
No, A Halt and Catch Fire was the one where...
And
How do you explain it, Mark? In very simple terms, like, quickly.
it's about the boom of the personal computer, the advent of the personal computer in like the 80s.
We watched it. Remember there was the girl that they hired because they were trying to... Well, first of all, the one guy comes to the company and he tries to get the other guy to help him reverse engineer an IBM computer
Yeah.
because they're trying to start their own little personal computer. Do you remember that at all? I thought it was a good first episode, but it sounds like the entirety of the season was decent and that they renewed it for a second season. So I'll have to check that out.
I was very happy when I heard that.
What does your shirt mean?
It's just Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Penna.
Yeah.
That means Pennsylvania?
Sure. Unfortunately, we can't mirror the show for you guys this week because AR Studio is not working because of the whole problem right now. Mike, what's going on with you?
Still wrong.
Not much.
What are you playing?
A lot of Diablo.
A lot of Diablo?
Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
all
did
I've
pick
been
that up.
playing. I caved in, I grabbed it, and I'm playing a lot with Dave and Nine Fox, GFN, Lionhammer. A lot of people
Very
people
nice.
that have it that I thought were gonna get it, and I've been playing with a lot of them. I'm so glad I got it.
Very
I'm
nice.
glad I caved in.
Yeah, because you were deciding between that and what was the other one? Plants vs. Zombies.
And I wasn't even gonna get either.
Okay.
But then I was like, yeah, I'll get something to fill the time.
Sure.
And I started leaning towards Plants vs. Zombies, but I changed my mind and I got it instead, and I'm really happy with it. It was really good. Saw Her.
Yeah, finally, which is a
Finally.
great movie.
I
Isn't
don't
it?
know why it took me so long, but it was very, very good.
Yeah.
So
That's about it for you. For me, I've been playing more of the Swapper. I actually beat the Swapper. And I have the stream up on YouTube, guys. If you don't mind spoilers, I got my last
spoiler alert.
playthrough of the Swapper live now on YouTube, which is there on the TV for you guys. What else am I playing? I played the Sims 4 Create a Sim demo because that came out for free. They actually put that out on Origin, and just because I wanted to see how detailed it was, it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy because at the beginning I was like, this isn't as crazy as I thought. Like, you know, I can drag and drop a little bit, but I thought there was more to it. And then I noticed this little button for detail mode, and it zooms you in on the face, and like the little corners of the nostril you can pull up and down, and like every little detail of the face you can like manufacture to look perfectly like.
See some scary freaking
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
It's gonna be hilarious.
Although I have to admit, I had a very hard time recreating myself. I needed to have like a picture next to me or something because I was trying something like, what do I look like? And I just couldn't. Every time I backed up, I'm like, nah, that does not look like me.
That's not me.
That's still not me. And what else did I play? I was playing one other game this week too, besides the Swapper. Oh, Last of Us. I played some more Last of Us Remastered, of course. I got to that part where you finally find Bill at his camp, and you guys go through the school and you meet the bloater for the first time. Is something wrong?
No, just.
You guys are acting so bizarre right now.
No, I'm just restarting my computer.
Oh, okay. No problem. So yeah, that's what I've been playing this week.
I'm being attentive, Drew. I'm listening to what you're saying.
I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, I guess that's it for me. Kristen, do you have any final words before we move on to our level update?
We're moving in 3 days.
That is true. We are.
Are you actually starting to move in 3 days, or?
We've got boxes over here. We're packing up.
There's
I haven't
boxes.
seen your house yet.
Yes, no one has seen our house besides family.
No.
No.
You'll see it in a few days.
Yes, you will. It's going to be awesome. Guys, if you don't already know, we are going to be moving the show at some point in the future. We're going to stay here for a while.
Probably, yeah.
You know, just because we have this all set up and whatnot.
Right.
But we're going to keep the show going.
House
as best as
party. You
possible.
guys are all invited.
I mean, we're not going to have a TV down here, so I don't know how we're going to do it here.
What is that talk saying about somebody being here?
But
So,
we'll
what's
decide.
going on? We dropped down to 6. I don't know what that means.
My chat isn't working for me.
Okay. Yeah, this is not going to be a good week.
No.
But we can always put this up on YouTube and have the archive there for people to watch and all that kind of
What
stuff.
were
So
you drinking last night, Kristen?
Milk.
I don't even know.
Everything.
you had ginger ale.
Well,
Very buttery.
well, yeah, but I also had something called like I don't even know.
It was a banana strawberry smoothie.
Well, that was
With alcohol.
that was a frozen drink.
Okay. There's still alcohol in it.
Yeah, but I took like maybe 7 or 8 shots of this one thing just so you don't have to go out to the bar and buy alcohol because it's expensive.
It's very true.
But I don't know.
Level update. There we go. Level. Oh, what just happened? Who just followed us? Somebody just followed us. I'm gonna check. Give him a little shout out. Hey, thank you to TT Flyer 83 for your Twitch heart. Really appreciate that. That's actually a good sign right there. Let's before we move on, let's acknowledge our channels right here, guys. We don't have many people in here, but throughout the show, if you like what you see, if you're new to the show, we're the Level Up Show. We're a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday. You can follow us on twitch.tv/Level Up Show. You can follow us on Twitter at the Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Like us on Facebook. Check out our official website, youtube.com/Level Up Shows, where we archive all of our episodes. We put little mini segments up there on as well, so that's pretty cool. Make sure you subscribe. And then finally, I am Drew M1788, and Mike is the Noob Guru on PSN, so you guys are welcome to friend us throughout the show. We'll acknowledge any friend requests and all that kind of stuff. Let's start off with the Metal Gear remake that some people might have heard about. It was being done by a group called Outer Heaven, and they were doing it entirely as a non-for-profit type thing, and that's the only reason they were allowed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually that they went to Konami and they said, can we remake the original Metal Gear? And this is the one for like the Famicom,
Right.
you know, way back. And they see money off of it and all this kind of stuff. You're free to do it. That was back in May. Why are we seeing this video? This is the wrong
I was
video.
wondering what you were showing me. What are we watching?
This is creepy.
It's very creepy.
This is very creepy. This is not the video I thought it was.
What is it?
You guys will find out later. That was creepy.
Oh,
Do you know what that is? Do you know what it is?
I know what that is. Wow, I didn't get to watch it till now. I'm really creeped out by
Are
it.
you a serial killer?
Yeah.
No.
That's what it might be. We're not sure
Yeah,
yet.
you'll see what it is later. It really creeped me out.
I don't-
And I think you'll be very surprised by it.
I don't like videos of watching people through their window.
This is what I wanted to play here. I guess they were a little out of order there, but this is the Metal Gear remake right here. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but
No one does.
2 months or 3 months later, suddenly Konami, I think, issued like a cease and desist kind of thing on this Metal Gear remake, and now they're shutting it down. It's really unfortunate because they put a decent amount of work into it. You can see here they actually have like cinematics, kind of similar to the art style that they used in the portable versions of Metal Gear, and it looked like they were doing a pretty cool thing here. They even have David Hayter's voice in this
he
little.
He wanted to do it.
So, and maybe that's because they didn't bring him back for the Phantom Pain. Maybe he's like, okay, so I get to be Solid Snake again in a remake. And this is cool because, we've never had the original Metal Gear remade. I have to imagine that maybe it's because they want to remake it themselves at some point. Hideo Kojima has always shown interest in redoing the original.
I feel like them agreeing to let them do it and then all of a sudden being like, oh, we changed our mind, that's pretty dick, especially with all the amount of work they put into it.
It's very dick because typically you'll have like
It's very dick.
No, I agree, it's very dick. Typically you'll have like these guys trying to do like a Final Fantasy VII remake and all those kinds of things, and Square Enix is very quick to say, no guys, shut it down. Shut it down. It's done. Don't even get involved in it, and that's the way it should be. That way they don't waste their time and raise all this money for something that is never going to happen. So this kind of sucks. I don't know exactly what happened, and we don't know the full story yet, but you will not be seeing this Metal Gear remake for the PC and all that kind of stuff, unfortunately.
Oh, it got rid of.
Do you have the outline, or do I need to give it to you?
I have the outline. I don't have access to any of it.
That word that I wrote was rape.
I figured that.
Oh, jeez.
So EA Access, everybody's favorite contentious topic, something that Ghost is a part of already.
Okay.
He's actually played Madden 15, but not for very long. Just like everybody else, he only gets to play it for 6 hours. People are a little bummed by it because although they hinted at it in the original press release for EA Access, many of their subscribers are really shocked and saddened that their early access only means 6 hours. People, I guess, assumed it really wasn't going to be that short. They were hoping it was going to be longer, but lo and behold, it wasn't. Although the 6 hours is with the full retail version of Madden 15. So that means that you have access to the entire game for 6 hours.
Yeah.
It's not limited to like, one match with 4 teams and stuff like that like they normally do. You have the whole game available for 6 hours. Many gamers feel like it's really unfair to remove a decade-long tradition. And I already pretty much said the rest.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with that.
Okay.
A demo serves the purpose of, here is your trial of a game that we want you to buy. Here, you can go play a game that you're possibly considering buying, and this is going to either confirm that you're, yes, going to get it, or no, not going to get it. So why should you be entitled to have an unlimited game for free forever? I feel like this is more than fair enough, and I feel like the people, if they gave this to everybody, to the mass public, I feel like it was okay. The issue that I have, that I think everybody else has, is that you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's part of EA Access, and that you have to pay for it.
$30 a year.
Right,
whatever,
which is not that much money. Let's be realistic. It's really not. But that is the issue, that there is money behind it.
Yeah.
I don't agree about the bitching and complaining for how short it is, because I think it's more than fair enough. The company is only giving you the demo so you buy it, but whatever.
Yeah.
People like the bitch, and obviously we had the worst.
And people are looking for any reason to go against this EA Access program.
People are looking for any reason to give everybody a hard time, and that's why this community is the greatest on earth.
Yeah. What's up?
I'm just telling the gentleman in this chat room about that creep at the club.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Tell that story real quick.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, she put it in the chat.
In the chat, okay.
That's why she said rape.
Yeah, okay, that's why you're talking about rape. Yeah, that was just like, did that actually happen? Like, that blows my mind. Like, guys are the worst. That's all I have to say. Guys are the worst.
And then he kept trying to give me these drinks, but it's like...
Yeah, I'll take those for sure.
Okay, you said you wanted, to date rape me. I'm gonna take a drink from you.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That is the creepiest thing I've heard in a while.
Did you have a reaction when you told him that you were married?
No, he knew. Like the first thing it's weird to be at a club when you're married.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like, and like most people don't care. They just don't care. Like they really don't.
Those are the best.
They just don't.
I hate clothes.
Yeah, they're really kind of.
They are my
And like there's so many strobe lights that you feel like you're just having a seizure for like an hour. Oh my god! I didn't say the best part.
Oh my god.
No, Do you know what I did? I remember I told you that, but I didn't tell you guys.
What did she do?
There was this other guy
I just don't care.
who came up to me and he's like, I don't know what to do in places like this. And he was being so clingy and annoying, so this is what I did. And I'm not even kidding. I would start going like this.
Just acting like a crazy
No,
person.
I would start acting like an animal.
What did
did
you-
I
Or a
catch you
crazy
that?
person.
I started acting like an animal. I was like, and then he eventually walked away. And for the rest of the night, like whenever there was like a weirdo, I was just like, and it's actually fun. You just let your hands.
Remember a
flop
couple
like
weeks ago
this.
when we were talking about like what's your blockade for people that you don't want to talk to, or whatever.
Yeah, that was it right there.
That is it right there.
That's your
Yeah.
form of birth control.
Yeah.
That is your form of birth control.
You just act like an animal. It's why I like to do that anyway, but it's fun. And like most people at the club are
T-Rex.
I'm happy T-Rex, as the brace said.
yeah. Most people at the club are all like, and I'm like,
Like a retarded bunny rabbit.
yeah, but like that's what I would just do. So it's fun. It's fun to scare people.
All right. So anyway,
Oh my god, this is long.
It just looks long because it's this big.
What did you say? A shiv in the groin might have done the trick.
Sorry, still loving The Last of Us.
All right. PlayStation's new TV show, it's called Powers, has casted new actors.
Charlotte,
Wait,
Oakley.
what? PlayStation now has like a Netflix thing?
That's what they're moving towards. They're trying to do like their own little PlayStation TV network, and this is the first of their TV shows that they're trying to do.
Okay, there's a lot of these independent companies.
Yes,
I know.
there are.
Anyway, ask people, tell us if you like Hulu in the chat, because we might get Hulu versus
get it.
cable.
Get it? It's pretty. I have it now.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
We're trying to just consider that over like getting actual Comcast like cable.
Because
Oh,
Comcast is an evil dictator.
Yeah. No, they're the worst.
They just want money! Alright. Although the consensus is that the TV show had way too much of a focus on Cities East, there are still many gamers excited for the PlayStation exclusive show,
What?
Powers. Let it be. Variety has announced... I can't do this.
Can you not concentrate on it? Do you want me to read it?
He's getting mad at me.
All right,
There's only
Variety.
17 people in here.
Variety has announced that Charlotte Copley of District 9, you know, the main
Right.
guy, he was the main character in District 9. You guys might
He was
not
also
know.
in was it Matt Damon?
Elysium.
Matt
Yeah,
Damon.
Elysium, thank you.
Matt Damon. And he was also in. Oh man, I can't think of it on the top of my head. It was the one where the guy's driving the van. 18.
Oh, okay.
He was an 18.
See, I was actually going to say
Scooby Doo. Okay. That's awesome. The van. I was like, I probably think it's Scooby-Doo.
There might have been a dog.
But he will play the main character, whose name is Christian Walker, who is described as a dapper and charismatic character with a
Ooh.
darkness and violence rated surface,
Doesn't like
but with a
that.
sense of buried integrity. In the story of Powers, Christian lost his superpowers in a battle with a villain, but now uses his experience and knowledge from that time as a detective to solve crimes within the supervillain world. We also know now that Michelle Forbes of True Blood, she played the villain in the second season, who was really creepy. She's going to be cast as Retro Girl, who is considered like the undisputed superstar of the Powers community. She's like famous, like kind of like I guess she's the Kim Kardashian of superheroes in this story. I guess you could say.
Is she gonna have an app and make millions of dollars off of it?
I hope not. But, you know what, with a cast of talented actors and also Breaking Bad director David Slade set to helm the first episode, I think this series might surprise a few people.
That sounds like the sum up caption on an article.
Maybe.
Like word for word. I feel like.
I guess I'm getting good at this. But no, on top of that though, it does come out... Thank you.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like.
But I feel like with a cast of characters like of this stature and David Hayter behind it, this could.
David Hayter.
I don't know.
David Hayter.
David Hayter.
David Slade, no, he's
I don't know why
he's one of the
I think we were
directors.
talking about it.
He's one of the directors on Breaking Bad, which is
I
pretty
know.
cool. But this show starts up in December, and even better, all PlayStation Plus members get all 10 episodes for free. So that's kind of like your Netflix in this sense. Is if you subscribe to PlayStation Plus, you get all these episodes for free, and hopefully that's the case with all other TV shows that Sony eventually does, whether it be a Last of Us 1 or a God of War or something like that.
Cool.
So pretty cool.
Why don't we leave our lines open the entire time and anybody that wants to call in, call?
They are open, actually. Guys,
Right.
if you want to call in, please
This way
do.
we can just run.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to get a lot of calls, obviously, this
What
week.
does Q?
Core. Did you see that?
Core was on PS3, it was a PlayStation Network video magazine, I guess you could call it. And it ran for 3 or 4 years. It had Veronica Belmont as the host, who did a great job with it. But I just don't think it had enough of a following to continue, especially once she left, because they replaced her with this guy who wasn't near as good, and then suddenly I think the viewership dropped off dramatically, and they canceled it.
What show is this?
It was called Core. Let's see if we can get through. Hey, Chris, are you there?
Hey, yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, nice to see you guys again.
Boosh.
Boosh.
I don't know if you, I'm Lion Hammer. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Oh, yeah, I know that, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
Alright, so I'm calling in because I want to disagree with Mike on the EA Access thing.
Ooh.
For what?
And it's not, and I completely understand that they have to make money, and that's what business is.
Mhm.
But EA Access, game's perspective, is basically they're replacing their old season ticket program
Mm-hmm.
that they had. The season ticket program, you would get 3 days early release of every single sports game that came out. You'd have the complete game for 3 days, and it costs $20.
Right.
It just doesn't. And now you're not even getting a demo this year with all the new games, and you're getting it's $30, and you're only getting 6 hours of the game. It's just.
I think what happens here, they need to separate something here. First of all, there's the people upset that they're not getting a demo.
Right.
That's one thing, and then there's the people that are upset that it's only 6 hours.
Well, here I'm gonna
That's
go
two
back.
different
I
things.
think you misunderstood what I was saying. I actually agree about the anger for the EA Access getting the early access demo. What I was saying is that I don't feel that there should be an entitlement. The people that are complaining, most of them that are complaining are the ones that don't like normally a demo for Madden or FIFA or whatever would be like, limited access, one stadium, 3, maybe 4 teams, and that's it. And maybe a 15-minute, match, and that's it. But you would get it forever. So I could have the same demo. Like if I go on my Xbox 360, I have a Madden 08 demo.
Yeah.
Still saved to my profile that I could re-download and play. And what I was saying is I disagree with the people that are complaining that they don't have something like that anymore.
Okay. Well, the thing is, you have to pay for this, though, right?
I agreed with that. You're not understanding me. I agreed
But
that you should
you're saying
have
people
to pay.
still have that. They don't, right?
They don't have. So no, people that don't pay for the EA
Mhm.
early access do not have access to the demo.
Mhm.
All right, and I agree that it's bullshit.
Okay.
I agree with that. That's what I said. That was like my second half of
What you
thing.
don't agree with.
What I don't agree with is people complaining that it's limited to 6 hours.
Yes. Okay.
I feel like that's complete bullshit. That is them copping out because they just want a free demo.
Okay.
And
Do you have a
that's not
response to that, Chris?
Oh, let's see. It's not the same thing to me because, like I said, that season tickets thing, which was $20, it got you 3 days early of every single sports game that came out.
Mhm.
That was awesome.
Okay.
Like everybody loved that, and most of the people who enjoyed the sports games, almost every single one of them had it, and they were happy to pay it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So in general, you just feel like this is a back step. They're taking one step back on this.
Yeah, it's almost like a bait and switch, like because when they announced the EA Access, they said they were going to have early privileges for some of these games, and people. I mean, it is silly for people to assume that it's going to be the same thing as a season ticket, but they took away the season ticket, so people kind of figured, well, okay, this is what it's going to be.
This is what they're forced to get now, EA Access, so they should at least provide the same.
You and I
set of
are
features.
not disagreeing.
Yeah.
We're agreeing. We have the same argument.
Yeah, I think Mike just feels that like the 6 hour, that people feel like entitled to more than that.
There's a different
Yeah.
people that I'm disagreeing with. Not you. It's not people like you that don't like EA Access. That's fine. Don't like it. I'm perfectly okay with that. What I'm saying about right now is there are people that are complaining about the length of the demo and what you get, the content that you get, and how it's limited to a few hours.
And going with what Chris is saying here, I think they needed be a little bit more forward on what EA Access meant in that terms, because like you were saying, a lot of people thought it would include that season ticket functionality, but the fine print is like, for a limited time, you get access to, pre-release games like Madden. So now people find out that it's 6 hours, and people had this expectation of more, and it makes them look like you said, a bait and switch. It's just I can understand the frustration there for sure. So thanks for calling in, man. I think we're gonna move on to the second level update, man.
All right, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, see ya.
Cool, let's see it.
Can I just say that we were talking a little bit about the Surgeon Simulator in here?
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the
And I would be completely and utterly obsessed if they made an actual game with where like you were the surgeon but your hands weren't wobbly and it was like anatomically correct and it was like perform an appendectomy. Like, oh my god, I would have so much
Would
fun.
you buy the DLC that they came out with later on?
What do you mean?
They would make a DLC for it called Ultrasound Tech Simulator, and you'd be able to get that and try your luck.
Like, say Surgeon Simulator had a DLC update, which turns it into Ultrasound Simulator.
That would be cool. It'd
That would
be
be cool.
hard.
And you use the Move controller to ultrasound. That'd be pretty cool,
Yeah.
right?
You actually had to get another person and just like lift their stomach up and just like you had to pour gel on them and just like moving around their stomach.
When does Surgeon Simulator actually come out?
It's already out.
Because I see people
It's
playing it, but I
already
don't
out.
see it on the PlayStation Store.
You have to search for it.
Okay, it's there. Okay, because I
Yeah.
kind of want her to play it. I think it'd be
Yeah,
kind of
get
funny to have her play it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I would like if it was like a real.
Yeah,
Like, why won't someone do that? Would be
because
so
it just
much
doesn't
fun.
have a big enough market. I don't think.
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
know. Actually, have you seen that new show with Owen? No,
Owen Wilson,
not Owen Wilson. I forget his name right now.
Matt Damon.
It's Nick on
You're the worst at
Cinemax.
this. On what?
on Cinemax. Nick.
Nick on Cinemax.
Proctologist DLC.
He's a surgeon at the
Oh
turn
my
of the
god, that'd be the
century,
worst. Okay.
and it's really cool to see.
Clive Owen.
Clive Owen.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
Nick is in K-N.
Is K-N.
I was so confused.
Right, I was like, who the fuck is
Who's Nick? I don't know Nick. Why would you think I know Nick? What do you mean you don't know Nick? Oh my god. All
I
right.
haven't watched it. Is
No,
it
it's really good, and it's very like graphic. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's
Wait,
they
is
go
this a
into like
healthcare
gore.
show?
No, it's like it's a doctor that's performing surgeries at the turn of the century, so like
When it was creepy.
1905.
Oh.
So the first episode, they're like taking out a destroyed part of a guy's intestine, and they aren't just like, oh well, this is what we're doing, and they show like the shot panned away. No, they show you like pulling it open, latching it open, like cauterizing the sides of the wound, cutting out the.
It's like the autopsy show
really,
back then,
It's really gory.
which I liked actually.
Ooh,
but-
do you
but
think
in
I would
like
like
a-
it if I like anatomy?
Yes, I think you would like it.
What's this
All
called?
right, it's called
Nick.
Nick. We got a new
How
show.
can I watch this?
It's on Cinemax.
Turn it on.
He's
It's
also
on
a cocaine addict.
Oh, even better.
Doctor?
Yes.
Oh, we got a good show to watch.
So real quick, something was going through because I said something about I jokingly said about the DLC for Ultrasound Tech. What would, in your opinion, not maybe, I mean, for Surgeon Simulator would probably be the best, but for the question of the night, why don't we do, what would be the worst DLC that they could have for Surgeon Simulator or anything else? Because someone said Proctologist DLC.
Every time I watch it, it gets more and more ridiculous. The most recent time I watched it, the surgeon is up in space, and there's no gravity anymore, so all of the surgeon tools are floating.
around.
So he has to try and grab it, and then when he like pulls out like the kidney, it just starts like floating. It's like no, I can't grab it. It's like going away from him. It looks really fun.
All right, so there you go.
Hard.
What would be the worst DLC for
Oh,
Surgeon Simulator?
The
She's right,
worst
it's hard.
DLC? I think you mean the best DLC.
Yeah.
A
All right, so the
proctologist.
Worst?
Proctologist.
I don't know. I mean, we could get really dark and go with like Battlefield Medic, and it's just like, oh no, a soldier got shot. Like, oh no.
Well, you know what? Nothing.
So
Gynecologist specializing in obese women.
J-Dog says hi, Jerome.
why?
Well, let me
Why
just
would you want
say.
Because it would be the worst one, right?
God, that's awful.
At
What
least
did
you
you
know like
say?
smell receptor.
Wait, that's what, like, I was just gonna say. It is never truly accurate, and you cannot completely get it until you smell some of the stuff that people smell like. So it would need
I
a
agree.
scent simulator.
Just wait until they come up with smell-o-vision.
Thank you, Tempest, for following again.
Again.
I mean, you will
Damn it,
die from
Tempest.
some of these smells,
You
man.
guys are tricking us.
Some people smell so bad.
All right, we're falling behind. Let's move on to our second level update here. This is the video I wanted to play earlier that you guys were kind of creeped out by, I'm sure. This is actually Team Meats.
Can you not
Yeah, this
show
is-
us
this
your
is
stalking
Game.
stuff?
Team Meat, if you guys don't know what that is.
Meat?
Team
Boy,
Meat.
Super Meat Boy.
Oh.
Yeah, this is their new game.
So developer Super Meat Boy was thought to be working on a game called Mugenics, and they actually had like artwork for it and stuff like that. But they have now put that game on hold for this game here. As you can see in the teaser, it seems like we might be playing as a voyeur, spying on people through their windows. The teaser is definitely a bit unsettling, as we are seeing right here. And if I were to play the sound, you would hear the mumbles of the person watching this woman. And he's kind of like talking about what she's doing and stuff like that. It's really creepy. So we're hoping to find more about that game this week. There you go. It's called A Voyeur for September.
It's the name of the game.
A Voyeur for September. It's going to be shown off at PAX East this week. So we'll find out more on that. But yeah, definitely a different game for them. Very different.
Man, the most dangerous game.
Yes.
There you go, Mike. Oncology Simulator.
Why
That
are
would
you
just be
still
so
going on
boring.
with this?
Because it's entertaining. I want to see other people's ideas.
I'm sorry, but it's terminal.
Oh my god. This is the greatest. Oh, why did we
This
not
is turning into the best show ever.
We're awful people.
Right.
Isn't that right?
Sony Computer Entertainment Japan's president Hiroshi Kawano is retiring. He's been with the company since 1985 and the president and CEO. Kawano is set to retire at the end of the month, with Atsushi Morita succeeding his position the following day. Kawano was also always a major voice at TGS, so Morita will have to fill his shoes in what is rumored to be a major conference. They did say that they had to hold some games back because of the length of E3 and Gamescom.
Exactly.
So this guy has a lot of practice and a lot of big shoes to fill.
I always like, it's one of those things where like I don't understand the language, obviously, but for some reason I like the guy.
Mhm.
I don't know why I did. He had a charm to him.
Right, he had a very charming presence, and
Yeah.
you couldn't understand a damn thing. he
No,
said.
obviously, but that didn't matter.
Just like
I like
when Nintendo's president comes on.
Yeah.
It's the same idea. Kawano has not yet released a statement regarding his departure, but he's assumed that there is no controversy behind it, which is good.
Yep.
It's always good when there's no, because there always seems to be some issue. Tokyo Game Show will run September 18th to the 21st, and although Kawano will be missed, it's going to be interesting to see what this new guy brings to the table as far as presence, or maybe we'll actually be able to understand something he says.
That's kind of like, when Jack Tretton left. Everyone was so disappointed,
Yeah.
and we got Sean Layden, and I liked him for the most part, but he kind of reminded me a little bit too much of Reggie Fils-Aimé, with his little, like, politician, like, putting his thumb out there thing. And I don't know, I like Jack Tretton's humble nature a little bit more than that. So this kind of thing does affect conferences and how it's presented to us. And so we'll have to see what Tokyo Game Show is like. Kristen, do you want to try reading?
Ugh.
Okay.
Damn it,
Are you
Kristen.
sure?
What?
I just read what you wrote.
It actually happened to me.
I figured.
I had to scan the homeless man's butt crack.
Very nice.
I told you about that, didn't I?
Yeah, you do.
I love this. Is the best show I think we've done in a long time.
Because we only have 20 people in here. Who cares, right?
That's goose chance.
That's why I feel like I can talk more.
And Brayson says you painted a beautiful picture with that one, Kristen.
When you work in medicine, you quickly become jaded.
Yeah, we can turn the air up. Yeah.
I told you it was
Yeah,
hard.
you're not crazy. Now.
Go ahead, you can read
I
this
told
story.
you, and everyone's like,
She told you.
Mike
I was fine.
Mike was
Be
like,
right
oh,
back.
fat, and I'm not hot. And I was like, okay.
Mike, that's no excuse.
Alright, I better read this before Andrew gets back and he'll yell at me. He will, he'll yell
You
at
can just
me.
pretend you read it.
I don't think he'll yell.
No, I'll read it.
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, it would be funny if he was reviewing the YouTube video later and we just said, "Oh yeah, she read it," and we really just didn't.
I don't like ERs, let alone work in one. You are courageous, Kristen.
Alright, go ahead.
It's kind of fun. I told you he was going to yell at me. Watch Dogs still in development for Wii U. In an interview with Yves Guillemot,
Yves Guillemot.
Yves Guillemot, he said, it's... You know what?
Close.
Sorry. I love you, Kristen.
It's very simple. What we see is that Nintendo customers don't buy Assassin's Creed.
Boom.
Last year, we sold in very small numbers. What we see is that they are very interested in Just Dance, very interested by other kinds of games.
Of course.
So what we are trying to do is to focus more on the types of
Yes,
games they're interested in.
Yeah,
Watch Dogs is the final exception to this rule.
If it jumps into this.
Guillemot continues. Watch Dogs is coming to Wii U. it will be the only mature game we publish on it.
That's pretty. Do you hear
Is there a way
that
to
last
just
part
turn
there?
that off?
He says it will be the only mature game we
Right.
publish on Wii U.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean,
Wii is yeah.
Wii U is just. I mean,
When I did my hated stint at GameStop, nothing mature really sold on Nintendo.
okay.
Like, it was very, very rare that you sold a mature title for Nintendo, whether it was Wii or Wii U, and nothing really mature sold on them. So,
Let's remind our 20 viewers in here that the lines are open. Mark.
you guys, if you want to call in, you guys can call in at any point. We're not turning the lines off at all,
Yeah.
just because there's nobody here.
Yeah, interrupt us because we're not going to get a ton of calls. So please, just if you want to interrupt us with a call, please do. That's no problem. Yeah, so I guess why don't we should we just keep moving on?
Yeah,
And
just keep going through
if
it.
people want to call, they can call.
I feel like we're gonna run the same amount of time just because we're bullshitting so much anyway.
Yeah, probably. We're already at 15 minutes. All right. So this is great news here. Microsoft has created 5 new first-party
Finally.
studios. So many gamers have complained over the years that Microsoft needs work on their first-party studios if they ever wanted to compare with Sony in that regard. So typically, Microsoft, as I often complain, relies on third-party buyouts for their exclusives. There we go. Nice. Thank you for the call. So try Mark.
Let's see if he
See if we can get through this time.
Yeah.
Hey, try Mark. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I want to hit on one of the Sega Simulator first because, like, I have it, and, like, I think a good one would be, like, if he's automatically drunk or if, like, they had different weapons. And the ends are not that widely on PS4, so you can downgrade that.
Okay.
Okay, go on. I think I like what you're saying. Keep going.
Okay, well, about the PS4 being down, I mean, and the PS3 being up, I've been on this all day, Googling and stuff, and then I ran up on a website where, you know how the lizard dude claimed to take it down?
Yep.
Well, he actually wasn't a dude, and then the same god dude claimed to take it down also. He wasn't a dude either, and then some dude got mad at him by the name of CHS, and he posted Fame God's, first of all, he posted Lizard number online where everybody can call him, so he's trying to disconnect his number. And he posted Fame Gods. It turns out he was like a 16-year-old kid. Posted his mother's social security number, ATM, everything. I mean, anything you can think of. Tax returns, phone number, full names, everything. So he completely crashed, just killed this dude lives. Like, it was something like I clicked on the link and it had the dude mother's name, his name, dad's social security name, date of birth, everything you can think of that's on the computer.
The
So
problem.
that was kind of weird.
Right. Well, I mean, I've been looking into it all day. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm more deeply into this stuff than.
So y'all saw this.
But yeah, I did. They don't. These guys don't really go into too much detail with that type of stuff.
I mean, I know all this.
Right.
I know all this. I mean,
But-
I know all about the Lizard Squad stuff. I know the Fame God. It seemed like most people think Fame God is a fake.
Right.
I mean, that's just
the
some
Fame
guy
God
trying to
thing
get on.
supposedly is actually just a fake of it, and that's the problem is that the number and everything like that, the ATM, all that stuff. Supposedly, the more and more I look into it, and from what I understand, it's all fake stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's just it's just being put out there just to goof around.
A lot of it, I mean, even like I'm sure the bomb threat is obviously fake. I mean, it doesn't matter. They have to take precaution.
Right.
But
Oh, yeah,
Lizard
100%.
Squad called out the flight that the SE online president was on, and they had to divert that flight because he
The
called out
Lizard
a bomb
Squad
threat.
is involved to
Yeah,
an
that was
extent, at the
pretty
very least.
yeah.
But yeah, so I know what was it, CHN,
Yeah, something that had X or something like that, yeah.
Some retard. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna even censor myself. Some retard just thinks that he's, yeah. I am really angry about all this,
Yeah.
and so we might get to where
They're ruining our show tonight in a way. I mean, they're making they're making this tough.
I realistically, I actually was gonna say I don't want to do a show tonight.
Yeah, they ruining my PS4. I'm stuck on PS3, but I have a question for y'all.
Yeah.
I propose this. Which game do y'all think is better? Because this is what I wanted to talk. I've been watching all y'all shows, and did y'all know Sunday is a very bad time, and then y'all pick at the same time that's True Blood is on.
Yeah, but this is a show worth watching.
Gotta be honest, not a big True Blood fan.
Yeah, none of us like True Blood.
When Game of Thrones was on, I was like, okay, we'll delay the show for Game of Thrones, but True Blood, yeah.
So,
I watched it on demand after the show. Well, this is the question I proposed to y'all. So Destiny's coming out, right?
Destiny's coming out. That's
Yes, in 2 weeks.
And they have Planet Side 2 that's also coming out. And the games are kind of identical and kind of different. But Planet Side 2 is free. Plus, you get to play against thousands of players at one time.
right. Okay.
So, which game do y'all think is better? I'm just leaving it at that, and then that's my thing.
We've only played one of them.
Right.
So,
Here's the thing. Like, I've never played Planet Side. I've seen videos.
yeah. That's just
And
the intro.
I'm into it. But the problem is, I know more people are going to be on Destiny. With a game like that, I really only like playing with people I know. I don't like playing random matchups with anybody else just because.
Okay.
It's just not enjoyable to me.
Yeah, sure.
Some people they goof around too much, and other people are just straight and they just run through a level. Which is why I don't play with random people on Diablo, because sometimes people just run through and I miss everything.
Okay.
So I'm personally going to say Destiny just because of the amount of people. I think it's more refined as well. The guys at Bungie have been doing this type of shooter for a long time. They know how to make all the controls, and it's definitely tighter. Whereas PlanetSide seems a little more jagged. Like the control scheme is like more almost like Battlefield.
Okay.
To where it's ultra realistic almost in a way.
Okay.
Halo is more smooth, more arena styled, and in a grander scale.
And now Destiny is as
Right.
well.
Well, Destiny looks like Advanced Warfare a lot.
Destiny?
I mean, like the approach, like the futuristic stuff.
Not in any way, shape, or form. Destiny to me is going to be more like,
Those are like Titanfall.
yeah, if anything, Titanfall. But even that is not. Destiny is basically a Halo MMO.
Yeah,
That's all
Destiny
it
is a space opera. I mean, like
Right.
this is futuristic sci-fi space opera. Travel the entire universe with your buddies, and that's what appeals to me.
Right.
Like, this is Mass Effect, first-person shooter, massively multiplayer online
With friends.
and that's what's appealing to me right now. Is I
Right.
like the idea of getting on with you guys in Destiny, and you can get on with your friends in PlanetSide too. I'm not
Mhm.
saying that, but I think Destiny definitely has more of an RPG element to it.
Destiny
than
is more
PlanetSide.
refined, RPG and story based.
Yeah, so
And
that
PlanetSide
appeals to
maybe.
me a little bit more than PlanetSide, to be honest with you, Trimark. So for someone like me who doesn't even play these kind of games often, I have to say that Destiny right now is definitely grabbing me more than PlanetSide. How about for you? Which one are you more interested in?
I mean, of course, I'm gonna get both, but when I first, because I didn't really pay attention to the EA and everything when they announced Planet Side, but then when I looked back and looked at the trailer and seeing I like to play a real war, I guess, and it's like they have like a real war, like if you take territory, you keep it, if you lose it, so that kind of brought me into Planet Side, but I'm gonna get Destiny, hopefully Planet Side comes out soon, because they keep on pushing back the release date.
Okay, very cool. All right, man, thanks for calling in. That was a great call.
Alright.
All right, see you later, Trimark. Okay. First, let's acknowledge that Joey's in the room. Thanks for coming in, Van.
Joey.
Glad you could find us on this weird Sunday. And then we also have, what's the user's name? Is it
Cow.
Brancow. He wanted last week to talk about a certain game called Shadow Realms that we had skipped over because it's more PC than anything else, and we don't go too deep into PC. But he really wants to talk about it. It's done by BioWare, and it's their 4v1 kind of. It's kind of weird that it's also coming out in a similar time frame as Evolve, but this one is more. Do you want to say like massively multiplayer? You get together with your friends. You can get with any of your friends, and you kind of travel this world instead of. It seems like Evolve's more like matches. It's very story based in Shadow Realms, and you got this Shadow Lord. I think is what you call them as your ultimate villain.
It's almost like Fable Legends.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean with that?
You can play it. It's co-op like Fable Legends for sure, right? But in this one, in a similar way to Evolve, you can choose to play as a Shadow Lord.
But so same thing in Fable Legends.
Oh, can you? Really? I didn't know that about Fable
Yeah,
Legends.
that was the big thing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just your normal co-op.
No, it's a 4v1. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, this is really kind of taking off.
It's the time of 4v1s.
Okay.
So.
But it looks pretty cool. It's an alpha, I think, next month. And it's for PC. It's not coming out, I think, for anything else besides PC. And that's the reason we didn't really kind of focus on it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys want to check it out, they do have some gameplay up online. They had a conference, and they actually showed off a whole presentation for it.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, no.
Oh, makes me a little sad.
Speaking in the third person, too.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Joe.
It could be a good thing.
Is that good or bad? Exactly.
I asked them.
Yeah. we're here for you. If you need to call in, we can turn this into Dr. Phil this
Dr.
week.
Drew.
We don't have enough
Dr.
viewers.
Drew.
We've already gone so off track that it doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Yes. Who gives a
Joey
shit? Fuck it.
says
Fuck it all.
it's good and bad. Breakups are hard either way.
Yeah.
It's because you get so used to someone, and then when they're gone, it's just you have to like figure out how to live again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Joe, if you need our support, man, just call in. We can talk it out.
You have to like re-rate.
Drew's good at phone hugs.
Yes.
No, I'm better at it.
That was a made-up thing, and they're arguing over it. What the
There you
hell's
go.
going
Mike,
on?
you're up with the next
All right. Oh my god, this is the worst. Ubisoft is interested in EA Access-like program to live
Cheers.
Wait. I wish that we could show on the screen our interactions when this was first talked about.
Yeah.
That was actually really entertaining.
Just a bunch of gifs of like, and here we go. Joker from Dark Knight. Oh, wow. Okay, never
Oh,
mind.
there you go.
Don't
Joey.
There we go. Joe's calling in. Joey!
Oh, wait, hold on. I can't hear you guys. I got Skype down. Hello?
Failure.
Hello?
Hey, it's hearing an echo. That's my bad, because my headphones got trashed and I have to use my speakers. So if you hear yourselves, I apologize.
No, you sound great.
No, you sound fine, man.
Alright, cool. How's everyone doing?
We're doing
Oh my
awesome.
god, you're so
Very surprised
enthusiastic.
because you seem very upbeat.
Well, I'm not gonna, like, bum you guys out with, like, personal life.
Joe, can I just
It's
say something
definitely
really quick?
weird.
You got to
not
fuck
gonna
up,
lie.
Mark.
Joe, can I just say something really quick?
Absolutely.
You're beautiful.
I know I am. Thank you. Sorry.
No, sing Vince. No, you can't sing.
Joe, right off the bat, you're a good man. You're gonna have no problems at all. But
Joey, if I lived in New York, I'd date you.
Kristen said, it's like when you're with someone for such a long time, you just kind of have to like reset and figure out like what it was like beforehand. I think that's what's freaking me out the most right now. Like I don't remember what it was like before.
Kristen's here for you.
You have to play video
Joey,
games longer.
Joey, I dated someone for 4.5 years, and when we broke up, it's literally you have to pick up the pieces, and it's like, what did I do before this person?
Yeah, right,
Eventually, Eventually, somehow you go on, even though it rips your heart to pieces.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think if I was 16, I'd be a lot worse. But, I'm 23 now. I mean, I've been through this before. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Gives you more time to play games.
Oh my god, is it make me a bad person? That was the first thought to come into my head.
Get so
Dude,
much
it's
more
so-
money.
That would be
I have so much more-
thought.
We have so much more room for activities.
That's the first thing I think any guy would think is.
He would be like, oh my god.
It frees up my schedule so drastically.
Then you
Bro,
start getting...
like, I am sad. Like, this is a very, like, it just happened on Friday, so it's all still pretty fresh, but, like, I'm not gonna lie. Literally, the first thing my best friend told me, he's like, dude, do you know what this means? I was like, what? He's like, it means that we can play all the things now. We can play everything.
All the things in the world! All of them!
Oh man, and that put a smile on my face. I'm like, that's true,
It's like
especially with, like all the
strawberries.
freaking games I've been buying on Steam. Like now I have time to play them all.
Actually, wait, you can play your Steam library now? I thought that was a myth.
I
I
know.
don't think anybody can do that.
I know, there's like statistics that state that like 90% of people's Steam libraries don't ever get played.
It's like the
How
first...
can you not buy a game
Well, you know
for
what? That's I
$3?
agree because
You're
I'm
losing
new
money
to
if you
Steam
don't
and
buy
my
it.
library has just like expanded like so quickly, and there's so many. I'm already looking at the list and I know what games I'm not going to touch for like 3 years, and then
Yeah.
one day. But that's what's good about it. Like I paid like $5 for this really good game, and then 3 years down the line, I'm gonna be bored like on a winter Sunday, and I'm gonna have nothing to do. I'm gonna freaking play this game. That's what I'm there for.
A Steam library is essentially just like a personal house library. It doesn't serve a goddamn purpose.
Exactly.
Except for maybe once in a great blue moon when you have a friend over that says, hey, look, a cool game you should play. And you're like, oh, yeah. And you play it for 5 minutes, you liked it, but then you put it back on the shelf and never play it again.
And like honestly, especially with like The Witcher 3 coming out soon, I've never played the Witcher series like ever. And then here Steam is like, you've never played it? Well, it's on sale.
Great. Witcher 3
I got like
is
the
coming
first
out
two
soon.
Witcher games for like less than $10. I thought that was pretty freaking amazing. Guys, I need you to like take control of my PayPal account.
Oh, no problem. Give us the information.
Just don't put it on Twitter.
What are you guys talking about tonight?
We're talking about how much we hate Lizard Squad.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, because they DDoSed the shit out of the PSN.
Yeah, and obviously it's affecting us.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys.
It's alright. And you know what? It's no problem. This is a fun show so far. We're just kind of going off the rails right now.
it definitely sucks when stuff like that happens, but you gotta give respect when someone successfully DDoSes the Sony servers. It's like that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
But no, but see, I'm gonna go into it later. Stick around because I'm gonna rant, and I'm not gonna talk anymore.
Okay.
Nope.
But Joey, if you ever need us, we're here for you. Just call in whenever you need us. We will help you out.
I have so much more time to watch your show now.
Oh, perfect. Come on in whenever you want, man.
Alright, guys.
See you
Hang in
later.
there, Joe.
All right.
I would love to have
What
a
are we
show
doing?
where people just call in with their problems and I just.
That could be your show if you want.
That will be your show, Kristen.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
Kristen
get
talks.
perks that call. And they're
You
gonna be
will.
like, what are you doing? That your girl doesn't wanna do it. And then you'll just be like,
What's the problem with duh? I like it when they duh. I want to see more duh.
no, that people.
This entire show has been clips of the show.
Like, moving on, we were talking about EA Access inspiring Ubisoft.
Yes. So anyway, Ubisoft CEO Guillermo. All right, that's how you say it, not Guillermo.
Give it.
Well, you know
That's what. No, that's what Drew was saying, not you.
Why?
That's what he was saying.
I have
So
a
anyway,
question.
I think it makes a publisher more important in the player's mind. Often, people are only interested in one brand from a publisher, so they don't look for other brands. When you buy into something like Access, you can try other things for free and discover other things that you like. It's a way to make sure gamers can get more info on what we do and the diversity of our portfolio. When you look on your console and have many channels you have many channels and you want that diversity. Instead of saying everything's in one place, we can say, okay, try these channels. EA, Ubisoft, Activision. We are still in the process of studying what it can do. We're open to any new ways that can give players access to our games. It has to work well and be a smooth experience. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of hate in about 30 seconds.
Uh-oh. Get ready, guys.
But I wish that Ubisoft did it first before EA.
Okay.
I feel like if anybody was going to do a service like this, they have experience with doing stuff like Uplay, to where they understand what the consumer base wants.
I mean, EA has Origin.
Yeah, and look how well it's done for them.
I'm just saying that they
Look how well it's done for them.
I got the Sims 4 created a Sim demo on Origin and it worked just fine.
Listen, smart ass. All I'm trying to say is that I feel like if Ubisoft had come out with this, it would have been still probably disliked a little bit, but not as hatefully disliked
I completely
as
agree.
EA. I feel like EA would have been like, really guys, Ubisoft did a great thing and you guys had to go and fuck it up. Like, I feel like that's what it would have been like. So I'm not that bummed. I'm interested to see what they do. I mean, personally, look at Assassin's Creed. I like the series, but I haven't gotten many. Watch Dogs. If I had a service where I could pay $30 and get access to these games, I'd love it.
Okay. Bet. When does Activision follow suit?
Slap bet.
No. Okay. All right. When do we get official word that any other, doesn't matter who, any other big AAA publisher is following suit with a subscription service? When do you call it?
Oh, that's a bad idea. Event. GDC.
You're gonna say that GDC. Okay, we'll do it with an event. So
Yeah,
you're gonna say
it's gonna have
GDC
to
of
be.
next year.
GDC of next year.
Okay, since I can't call GDC as well, I guess I'll have to say E3.
You should need to stop letting me go first.
Ubisoft does. Yeah, Ubisoft has a conference at E3. So yeah, I'll say E3 2015. You will
Say
see.
GDC 2015.
Probably won't even
Okay,
be that long.
so just for
They probably won't even wait for a conference.
This is a confirmed service coming out, not like, oh, we're going to investigate doing this.
No, this is confirmed.
This is what they just said.
Okay.
Ubisoft just said we're investigating it.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not what Ubisoft just said. That this is something that we are pushing out. You will be able to subscribe.
And it doesn't
Actually-
have to be Ubisoft. It can be
Yeah.
Activision.
Yeah,
it
it
can be
can
Square
be
Enix.
anybody.
Dude, I'm gonna give Activision the best idea in the world.
Okay.
Activision All Access or AAA.
Very nice. I like it.
I win.
Marketing genius. All right. Slap that.
So, for Lionhammer has
It's
a question.
before.
Oh,
or
Lionhammer
Bustin'?
has a question. Hold on.
Well, I just want to say, if it's before though.
Let's
If
just
it's
go with.
before,
Okay.
I get to slap you both.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Honestly, that could happen easily. All right, you get to slap us both if it happens before them.
Oh man.
All right, so
what did they just agree to?
The best part about this is Mark never gets slapped. He's in the best position ever.
I always win. I am the house. Okay,
So, Lionhammer had a question.
So Lionhammer was asking, what do you guys think about Evolved being pushed further out?
What?
We were very confused about it.
Yeah, we don't understand it. We still don't.
They're putting themselves in the range of a whole bunch of other big delays, big games like The Witcher, like Batman Arkham Knight, like Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain, which isn't delayed,
For
but
reasons that we don't even understand.
No.
You know, if it was one of those things where the game didn't look polished, you know, or there was something that we felt was missing from the game or anything like that, I would have said it's disappointing. It's going to put it up against other games that, you know, it'll have to compete against, you know, that will take away from my wallet. But I'm really more just confused because it didn't look that bad.
No.
It wasn't off.
everybody that played it said it ran well, it worked well, no glitches, no
Right.
obvious bugs.
There was like almost no complaints to it at all.
So there must be some other reason behind it. Maybe they're adding onto it polish. I don't know, but I
More
guess
monsters?
what was that?
More monsters, maybe?
Potentially.
I mean, it was only going to launch with 3,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
That's possible.
it would be cool to see 5 monsters.
But
I guess.
to be honest, I feel like they're missing a time frame that would have worked better for them.
Probably.
I don't think that February is going to work as well for them as this year. So yeah, we're a little confused about that delay, Lionhammer. All right, Kristen, you're up with the last story in this segment.
Affleck.
That's the official costume.
Yeah, from what I understand.
I was just giving Joey advice.
Okay.
And he completely agrees with me. That after you break
That's
up,
right.
it's like, what do you do with their pictures, all the stuff they gave you, if you have their hoodie? When do you unfriend them from Facebook? Like, do you unfriend them? Now, Joey.
Depends on the breakup.
But now,
What the breakup
Joey,
was.
here's the thing. Yeah, he doesn't want to feel like he's hostile. That's the thing. You could always tell her, you know, I'm not doing this to hurt you. This is just how I need to handle this.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I did. Like,
Don't
So, as
burn
soon
her
as-
sweater or anything like that.
So,
As
well,
soon as-
Mark
don't
said
pick
to
it up.
burn it.
Let me-
Burn it all.
I have a more recent experience with this.
Don't
Okay.
listen to me.
Which I do.
Okay. go
So as soon as we broke up, I mean, it was as soon as I thought about it, because it wasn't the first thought on my mind. But if it's to the point where now you're worried about it's affecting you, just delete her off of the Facebook so that she doesn't show up in your feed, or at least just there's actually a tab that says where you can
Hide her.
say unfollow.
Okay.
You know, so she'll never another thing that she posts will ever be on your feed.
Yeah.
You know, don't block because you know unless it's getting obnoxious, but you know, just do it that way.
Yeah.
You know, be subtle. Don't be again, like you said, don't be.
If
hostile.
you have the
Don't be a
choice
dick.
not to be hostile, I would take that for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I feel like as long as you aren't like a jerk about it, like, you know, it's an hour after breakup and you're posting all this crap on the internet about her. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Brayson's response is funny.
Call her every day at the same time. nice advice there, embrace it.
Now, I was not friends with any of my ex-boyfriends, but he still is friends with his ex-girlfriends. But, like, I don't know. I just...
There's a difference with a
But
lot
for
of
a
them.
girl, it's like I couldn't put myself through it, so I like just unfriended them. Obviously, they didn't care that I did, so I didn't wasn't a bad person for it. But I was so sad when I saw my ex-boyfriend took me off Facebook, and I just wished that he would have told me like he didn't mean to hurt me, and he just had to do it because that's what happens, but he didn't. So
Then Terry says, "Oh Lord, I don't remember what it's like being single." Yeah. Did he say how long he was with her?
no.
Okay. Then Terry, if you don't mind saying, maybe tell us how long you were with her. But would you mind finishing this story so we can move on?
DJ, he says, my advice probably isn't good. My last breakup before my wife resulted with her in the hospital with her stomach being pumped from a sleeping pill overdose.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Well, that's
Things
not
just
good.
got real. Someone get a Martin Lawrence.
I don't
gift.
even know what to say. The Level Up Show, bringing
Shit
you
just
cheering
got
episodes
real.
since never.
Yeah, it's touchy. It's so hard to live.
Hey, I got on the spot. Let's talk about death.
It's hard to be human.
This is the episode for it.
No, like life is hard. It really is. And I was also telling them about how I may have a show. Since there's only 20 people in here, they can know about it.
Okay.
We're releasing this information now already?
Yeah.
We are contemplating a possibility of Kristen having a show, and what would that show be? That's all we're gonna say. So it doesn't mean it's gonna come. It's just okay. How would we make a show revolving around Kristen work?
And I actually had some funny ideas for the opening.
Oh God, are we
Well,
talking about this?
don't reveal
Yeah,
anything.
let's
It
not
doesn't have to be a
spoil
lot of
anything.
surprise.
Okay, I won't reveal any more information, but it may be coming.
It may be coming. And
Well, I
this is
told
on
you,
May.
we have a lot of plans in the pipe.
We do have a lot of plans in the pipeline.
I would
sure.
love to talk to people about their lives.
That sounds like something that would be perfect for you.
Just got a kidney stone in pipes. I'm sorry.
Nine Fox is now calling us the Hard Up Show.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
wish that upon anybody.
Yeah, you
Not my
will.
worst
This time
enemy.
around,
Actually,
it was
my
almost
worst
years,
enemy
so we
may
like
be-
separate before, and before it was like a mess for more than a year.
Okay, so
I mean, let's be
real.
realistic here. Am I
That's
wrong?
hard, Joe.
Oh man,
Am I wrong?
Just read it then.
it's too much.
We're gonna be on all night.
Well, no one who cares. You don't have to do the whole show. No one's even watching
Yeah, I don't think
it.
we're gonna do
We're not gonna do other things.
game,
No,
Wild Game Appears.
no, we won't do walking.
So one time I can actually talk.
Again.
Just let me.
We're definitely letting you. Okay.
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Infamous Second Son, or the DLC coming out for it. It's called First Light. That's what we have a trailer for right here. But now we just received some word on the internet that they had layoffs at Sucker Punch.
Yeah, which is really weird. Like it was out of nowhere. I felt like.
Exactly. They were the rumors surfaced during the past week, and IGN was able to receive official word from Sony, and they stated SCEA can confirm a reduction in workforce has taken place at Sucker Punch Productions. Sucker Punch is appreciative of the tremendous work team members contributed to the infamous and Sly Cooper series, and wishes them the best in their endeavors. I just think it's a little odd because Second Son is the fastest selling Infamous game ever. It sold over 1 million copies in 9 days, and they said it was way above expectations.
My thought process though behind it is they don't need that large of a team, and
Okay.
they brought temp people on. You know, as you're going to be working on this project when it's done.
hate
We don't
that,
have
though.
any. No, I agree, but that's
so
how
terrible.
the industry works.
No one
though.
should do that. That's just the worst. I can't think of what that's called. Maybe Mark, do you know what that's called? Like that style of hire fire, where you hire people when you're really big in a project, and then the moment the project ends, you fire them.
Corporate
Honestly,
America?
That's just freelancing.
Yeah.
Kind of, in a way.
You see it a lot more in like other design studios when you have a bigger project and you need to add on staff to fulfill smaller things.
I wonder what's coming up next.
But when you do that, the person who signs on knows right away, like, hey, this is a temporary position.
Comfy.
Okay.
God, here we go.
But yeah, it's you come on temporarily and then you know, like, okay, well, at the end of this project, I'm not gonna be staying here. I guess the video game industry is more iffy on that, just because projects take so much longer. It's not like, hey, this is like a 3-week, 1 month, 2 month long thing. It's, hey, we'll need you around for like 8 months to a year, and then afterwards, you might not have a job. Well,
Yeah.
then nobody would honestly, like, if you knew, hey, this is a job you're not going to have in a year from now, would you move or would you relocate yourself to accommodate that? I don't know if I would, especially like with a iffy job market.
I just have to hope that there's like kind of an upfront thing here where it's like these guys know this. There's a potential for this to happen. I hope these guys don't up and rearrange their lives for this opportunity, and then a year later, after the project's finished, it's like, okay, guys, we're done with you. See ya.
Well, here's the thing.
I think
Here's what
they have to know.
Right, well, they know, but here's the thing. Normally what happens with the company, let's say you have a new project you're working on, and you need 40 extra people for it. You tell 40 extra people, listen, we're bringing you on part-time. There's a chance that some of you may be able to stay on longer if we have bigger projects, but it's only a part-time thing, and we're only guaranteeing you a part-time thing from X to X.
Okay.
And when the thing comes to close, hey, listen, thank you for your work. We're going to be letting people go. And they might let off 35 people and keep 5. You don't know that. The problem is you don't know how many people they brought on.
Tempest says, when I worked at design studios, happened all the time.
Yeah, it's something that.
No, it's definitely a part of the industry,
especially in
yeah.
creativity-driven, jobs. Graphic design, game design, movies, production for music, everything like that. It's not a very corporate style, but it's definitely a corporate style for the creativity side.
Sure, yeah. So, all right, guys. Just a reminder, real quick, that the lines are open, and feel free to call at any time. We're just gonna leave them open for you guys because we're in our latest level update, and then after that, we might just try and get a few more calls, and then we'll probably wrap up.
Okay.
I'm sorry that this has been such a weird week, guys, but we're still dealing with this
You're gonna go that way.
DDoS thing going on, which is going to affect the show. Also, really quickly, let me just say that anybody in here, if you haven't already, I'm sure you have, but make sure you follow us on all the different things. twitch.tv/levelupshow, Twitter at the Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Most importantly, though, go on YouTube and subscribe to us because shows like this one, as bizarre as it is, will go up on our YouTube. We'll archive it there for you guys to watch later. Okay. This is actually Mike's story, so let's pad some time here. What's going on, Mark?
Whoa! What's up, guys? I really wish you guys could hear Mike shouting from
can't see
beyond the door.
Okay.
They're in the chat. They know she's here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm applying to jobs. It's.
Hey.
It's
Who did we
not
have
any
refollow
fun.
us? Probably.
Probably a refollow.
Probably a refollow. No, actually, it might not be. Smith A34, thank you for the Twitch follow.
Brankow, call anyway. Chat about a game if you're playing anything.
Yeah,
talk.
we can talk.
Or something that you're looking forward to.
Yeah, anybody, please call in. This is going to be a slow show, so we'd love to pad it a little bit. We're only at 1 hour and 20, and we're already getting close to the end.
Then why wouldn't you let me call?
Come on over and talk. Come on over. Will you please come over and talk? You said you wanted to talk out
Someone
loud.
here, Mike. Yeah.
Huh?
I guess a little bit like a ghost. No, I was saying that I wish people could hear you through the door. And the Nine Fox is like, I can somewhat hear Mike.
I was trying to sing loud enough so everybody could get it.
Mike, this is actually your story here.
Yeah, I know, I heard.
I switched it up.
I know, but I wanted to.
I wanted to go to bathroom.
No, well, yeah, that too, but I also want to talk about the other one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Lo siento. Never mind.
I win again.
Tempest.
I was thinking about.
Hey, William Tempest. How you doing, man?
How you doing, guys?
Doing great. What do you want to talk about this week?
Actually, I'm just going to talk about a game I've been playing. Well, I can't play it now because for the PSN network goes down, but it's the Plants vs. Zombies.
Okay. Have you've actually played it, or?
Yeah, I've been playing it actually, and actually I'm really enjoying it. I just unfortunately don't have too many friends that actually have it, and I would actually probably enjoy it a lot more. But I met a few people that have been playing it. Like we play on a regular basis, and it's really good. And I actually personally recommend it for anybody if they're into the if they really like the Plants and Zombies, they like the Call of Duty and a bit of Battlefield, kind of throw that all into the mix, and that's the game. So, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay, very cool. Now, how are you feeling about like the microtransaction system in Plants vs. Zombies?
Okay, I actually didn't even know it was there until yesterday, and I personally don't care. If people want to pay the, I think it's like $9 for 200,000 coins. Go ahead. It doesn't really affect the game, the gameplay.
Okay.
I have been working at it the old-fashioned way, and because I don't believe it. I hate microtransactions in any game. So I'm just avoiding it, and most of the people I've met are feeling the same way. I paid enough for the game, and the game's worth what it's worth. And if people want to be lazy, go ahead. I personally don't care.
It's not anything different. You know, Battlefield has done it with their I can't remember what it is, but I think it's shortcuts.
Okay.
I think they call it where you can unlock all the guns for a specific class or all the vehicles.
But wouldn't you call that pay to win?
It's not, but because it doesn't really matter. Especially at this point in the game, they don't release it immediately.
Okay.
They usually wait till for a little down the line. That's what Plants vs. Zombies did.
Okay.
They waited down the line. Now we're getting the port, so it's a little different. But Battlefield at least waited a few months, so it's not pay to win. And again, you can beat it without it. Pay to win to me is more so you can play it and you can enjoy it, but you're not going to win unless you give us more money.
Okay.
That's
And the other thing, when you're paying for the stuff, it's random. Like, it's random cards. So you don't even know what you're going to get and pay for anyways. Except if you pay, like, the 40,000 coins, I think you get a free, like, the characters that are hidden in the game. And it doesn't really, the skins, like, a lot of it's just skins and stuff. And they will give you, like, fire, like, a big example, a fire zombie. So he'll be able to shoot flames instead of shooting bullets. Like, it's just little perks like that, but it's not a big deal. So,
All right. Very cool, man. Thanks for calling in. We're going to move on to another story.
okay, have a good night, guys.
See you, Tempest.
See you, bud.
Okay, bye.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, so I don't understand this. It's not a complicated game. There's almost nothing to it. It was made by one guy in a garage.
Yeah, I don't really understand.
With a
either.
box of scraps.
With a box of scraps.
Very
Very nice. Very nice.
I like this.
That was a great movie.
Right? Who doesn't like the first Iron Man?
I think it was one of the best of the whole Marvel line.
It's just such a shame that I think that the second and third really were not that good.
You know what? It sucks. I actually like the second one.
Really, I did
know
not
a lot
like
of people
the
did,
second
but
one
I don't know why. Your boyfriend's back.
What's up?
And it's gonna
Boyfriend back at it.
Hey, your boyfriend's back.
Hi, wieners.
Looks like you just will not be able to ever do this story.
That's fine. I'll just read the other one.
Hey, Henry, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
My name is Branko. Yeah. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, you're fine. Did you say that you're Branko?
Yes, I'm Branko.
Oh, very cool.
I don't have a lot of subjects to talk about, but Mark says to talk about anything, so I've been playing Counter-Spy at this moment, so I think it's a really nice game.
Okay, Counter-Spy was a part of that whole play system, right? They had
Have you
like, 4
played it?
games that came out this month. One of them was The Swapper, one of them was Counter-Spy.
Yeah.
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 So you're enjoying it, Branko? Hey, Branko, do you hear me?
I haven't played a lot of it, and now because it's a little bit late because I'm from Brazil, so it's, the delay is about 2. Hello?
Yeah, we're still here.
We're still here, man.
Okay. Original scene.
Let's check.
His thing's going in and out. So
Yeah, your chat is going in and out, so we're not hearing everything on this end.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about in the chat. So see you later.
All right, see you, Branko. Sorry about that.
Sorry, man.
So it's my problems.
All right.
No, that was cool. Caller from Brazil.
Yeah, it is cool to have a call from Brazil.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we couldn't hear everything. It was going in and out on our end.
Maybe
sorry
next
about
week we're not having so many problems.
Yeah.
By the way, is our phrase level up or boosh?
Boosh.
Well, he wasn't here.
Yeah, it's level up. It's not boosh.
I played Left Behind, and they say like anytime something happens, one of the girls would be like boosh, and so people that were when I was streaming, people that were watching, we thought it was a really entertaining thing.
Okay.
So the rest of when that night, the show on Sunday and everything like that, the phrase was boosh.
Boosh. It's kind of like a
boosh.
bam or boom. Or
Yeah. So
like that. But level up has got to be our catchphrase.
But anyway, as I was saying, in the frustratingly confusing situation that it is, Minecraft will most likely miss its August release date.
Womp womp.
4J Studios was supposedly wrapping up development of the game and sending it to Sony for final testing. However, Sony has apparently found problems with the version that 4J Studios tweeted out, "We're fixing it, but we need to go through the process again." What this means is that 4J Studios will not only have to work on it, but then resubmit it again and wait for them to approve it. Gears wondered if the PS Vita and Xbox One version would make it this month, but it also seems unlikely as well. A following tweet that says, "We're still bug fixing. We'll give you news when we have it."
Yeah, so
Nothing good coming out of that.
yeah, it's so bizarre as you were saying. It just doesn't seem like a game that would require
It's not
much.
a difficult. Nothing is an easy game. I get it. And don't think of me saying gaming is easy. Developing is easy, but it's already on systems.
Yes, it's on a lot of
It's
different
not
systems.
like it's. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's really bizarre, especially considering Xbox One and PS4 are supposed to be really easy to develop for.
Right?
You would think it would be a really easy port for him,
Oh my
but
God.
I guess not. Why don't you read that second story too, since Kristen said it down.
Yeah, this is a weird one. I didn't know about this. Twitch donator takes back $11,000 in Twitch donations. A Twitch user by the name of Jethio has made many Twitch donations over the past year. To many streamers' surprise, their PayPal account was backcharged over 50 days since the donations had occurred, and a total of approximately $11,000 was taken back from the PayPal accounts of the Twitch streamers. One affected user was named Jackamaka. I don't even want to say that. That's weird. And he had this to say, starting with the streamer Derpanite, a person.
Turpinite. Alright.
I just read that. Oh, you can't give me something. I'll just read it as it is. I don't even-
That's probably how you say it.
Starting with the streamer Derpanite, a person by the name of Jethio donated a high sum of money over a few transactions. Jethio donated to myself and many other Pokemon streamers. Unfortunately, 3 months down the line, each person has received chargebacks from Jethio, meaning they lost each and every donation, including myself, $720. The total accounted was at least $11,000, and losing this after I spent it put us streamers in a difficult situation. All we know is that after talking to PayPal, Jethio has done this before, gotten away with it, and none of us knew a thing. We lost it all.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. This guy bought a bunch of equipment. He's 14 years old. That kid right there, Jakamaka, he's only 14 years old, and he used that $720 to buy stuff to improve his stream. And now what does he do? This really hurts him. He's only 14. I mean, this is his job, essentially. Like, it's like his, people do a paper route or whatever. This is his job.
Right.
This is what he does. So, it's really, it sucks. So, guys, watch out for that. If you see, like, a Jethio, maybe think twice about accepting a donation from him, or make sure that if you get a donation from him, it might not be one that sticks.
Right.
Because the problem with like a PayPal and stuff like that is the customer is always right kind of thing.
Right.
Always.
Same thing with American Express.
And eBay. It doesn't matter. Like if he wants to take back those donations even 50 days later, they allowed it. So as Mike said, $11,000 in back charges. It's pretty crazy. It sucks for those people affected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And finally, moving on to one of the biggest stories this week. I got a little video here to go along with it.
Why did you put the second part to this?
Because we're just going to talk about it, I figured.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot to this story. But it started off before any of the whole craziness, DDoS, all that kind of stuff happened. The first thing I found this past week is that Phil Fish, the director of Fez, who you see here, who has since, canceled Fez 2 and all that different kind of stuff, he responded on Twitter in his charming way to all the people requesting for Fez 2 by saying, seriously, shut the fuck up about Fez 2. Never going to happen. You don't deserve it. So, such a charming man, isn't he? He's so charming.
Yeah.
You know what? Before any of the stuff that happened later that I'm going to talk about, my first thing was, I hate this guy. I hate him so much. He's such an a-hole. But, you know what? The world has a way of making me feel sorry for assholes.
But the problem here's, let me. Well, okay, you keep going because I have a little bit. I agree, but I have a little bit different take on it too.
Yes. Okay. You know what? Let's go into Phil Fish a little bit. You know what? He developed a game, Fez, which is in a lot of people's opinion, an amazing game, wonderful game. Took him a very long time to develop. Indie game, the movie is something that you should definitely watch if you want to see the troubled development of that game, the 6 years or whatever he worked on it, and just the turmoil they put him through. And it's really unfortunate to see that. You can understand a little bit better why he is the way he is because of watching that documentary. People were so harsh on him because of his delays on Fez, and he's not the type of guy that really handles that well, unfortunately. Trimark, just hold on a little bit. We're going to keep talking about this story, and then we'll take calls a little later. And it's unfortunate because the guy, if he would have just ignored certain things, I really think that none of this would have really come to this. He wouldn't have had all the hardship that followed because, as we know, trolls, that's their goal. They want a reaction and it just fuels their fire, and unfortunately it really took a toll on him to the point where he canceled Fez 2, and now he's saying it'll never happen. Now, the thing that happened later on is, or also during the week, is this whole Quintroversy. Now, do you know about this? Yeah, the Quintroversy? Okay. So, how about you take this part then? The Quintroversy. Who is Quinn, and what exactly happened here?
So, she had developed a game called Depression Quest, and it's weird because it's not. It's hard to call it a game. It's more like a playable novel. Mm-hmm. But from what I understand, it's supposed to help people understand things about depression, how it affects people, how it affects you, and people who have depression actually love it. They say it's a great take on it. Well, no, it's like
that just sounded funny the way you said that.
This game will take you through depression. I love people with depression love it. Well, are they asking for like?
No, but it's I get what I get what you mean.
Yeah.
No, but they like how it was made.
Yeah.
Because it definitely shows some of the ways that depression affects you and affects other people and everything like that. So it was very, I guess, true to its title. But unfortunately, there are scum in the world, and none of that has to do with Phil Fish.
No, not yet.
But they more so have to do with love interests, apparently, because if you work in the game development industry and you have a boyfriend, be careful that he's not a sniveling little shit and decides to call you a giant whore in front of everybody. This guy, the ex-boyfriend, basically went out and said that she's a whore. She slept with a bunch of developers to get her way into the industry, and didn't he say like the senior editor of Kotaku that she slept with him to get better reviews and stuff like that. Regardless if it's all true, I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to be too easy on her. That side of it is her sexual exploits should not be public at all. The questions come in to what she did online after that, and if that's true, because we don't know for sure. This is speculative.
Right, go ahead.
But there's this whole doxing thing. Is that how you say the word? Doxing? Where she kind of faked being hacked, is what people think, in order to get sympathy. She kind of is coming off a little bit as an attention whore, as yes you could say. And that is what really fueled the fires. But the thing is, people weren't attacking her directly towards that. They brought it to a feminist kind of thing. They are attacking her as a woman
in gaming,
which is not what it should have been about at all. That is not at all what this is. So that is what Phil Fish came to the defense of.
Right. He wasn't saying he has no insider information on any of this. But people were being scum like they normally are, and not understanding how to be mature people. So he decided to do a very redeemable thing. Now let me go back.
Exactly. Phil Fish is not known for this.
Let me go back and let me say that Phil Fish, and I actually explained Phil Fish to Danielle, and I had to basically sum him up in a few minutes without losing her attention.
Yeah.
And I actually did it really well. But Phil Fish, as much of a douchebag as this guy is, he's a twat. But he is right in a lot of the things he says. The gaming community is a bunch of shits.
We shouldn't. Very generalized there, obviously.
No, I don't care. Well, no, our viewers are not bad.
Yes, but that's the thing is, he's not wrong. The people that attack him are shits, and he has every right to call them a shit.
Right.
But as a professional, and it sucks. Right. It sucks that he can't do this. He should be able to do this. But
and that's where the line is drawn. Right. And so, like, to me, I understand his plight to an extent. Like, look at, unfortunately, like, let's bring it up. Danny Danger.
Okay.
I love the guy. He's funny. He's an entertaining guy. He's a really cool dude. He's a great person overall, and he has people that are just fucking asswipes. And they attacked him personally. Yeah. They said they were gonna do stuff to his kid. Like, they're assholes, and he flipped out on them. Reasonably so. And he got shit for it, and now he's in a bunch of crap.
Well, what happened is he causes all those trolls to band together, and then they start reporting and all this kind of stuff, and it got Danny banned. He got banned from Ustream and lost all of his followers because, unfortunately, he chose to acknowledge the trolls, which is never really a good thing to do.
But anyway, so Phil Fish, as much of a twat as he is, I understand. But that being said, he actually decided to do a very redeemable thing, and he went to her defense, saying, "Listen, regardless of what she actually did, do not attack her as a woman in the industry or anything like that," which is what people are doing.
Much more antagonistic words, but yeah.
Right, but he basically did it, and I would have done the same thing. Yeah. Here's the thing: I understand that approach because people. I think at this point, the people watching know my personality.
Yeah.
I can actually. I don't think they realize I can actually be professional when I need to.
Yeah.
But it's much easier for me not to, because I don't give two fucks.
And then, let's follow into what happened after that. Because of his defense of her, simply because of that, suddenly, Phil Fish and Polytron, the studio that Phil Fish founded, are hacked. And not just hacked.
Not just like, hey, we got in your shit. They went and exposed his personal information, birth certificate, social security number, bank accounts, ATM, debit cards,
passwords,
PayPal. Everything, PayPal, all of Polytron's professional business type information.
Yep.
Everything. There is not one secretive part to his life at this point.
And of course, as a result of that, he had to put Polytron up for sale.
Not only that, but he basically just said, you know what, fuck you guys, I'm done.
Yes, actually, I talked about this on my other show, but let's look at his exact words here. He had a tweet, which honestly is just it really depresses me.
Right.
It makes me really sad. Let's see if I can find it. If you want to continue, go ahead, Mike.
No, this is the perfect time to introduce that because
Let's see if I can find it that way because it was on IGN and that was the best way I could find it. There it is. Okay, here we go.
let's read it first.
Let's read it all for you guys. This is what he said. This is video games. This is what I get. This is unacceptable. This is not okay. Terrorist. Never again, you hear me. Never again. This is video games. This is your audience. To every aspiring game developer out there, don't. Give up. It's not worth it. Nothing is worth this. Give up on your dreams. They are actually nightmares. Just don't do it. Run away.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking to other game developers.
Right, and he's essentially speaking like a scorned person,
Yes.
and and rightfully so. Again, it's depressing, and so there is part of what he says that's true, and a lot of it that's not. You know, I understand his issues, and like I said, I don't like him as a person, but I don't loathe him as a lot of people do, or strongly dislike him as a lot of people do. But he's not a great person in general. For him to give advice like this, or for anybody to listen to advice like this from him, I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
However, he's rightfully so. This guy had a huge passion for the industry to where he took one project that he was dying to make for 6 years and caught so much shit just because he was having so much problem developing the game. And because of that, that's actually what got him to the person that he is. Now, he's an asshole, but he was getting a lot of shit because the game didn't come out in time. He wasn't fulfilling, time constraints, and that's why he was getting so much shit for it. So that's what started the whole Phil Fish
And
industry.
as you were saying earlier, that's so much to do with a good portion of gamers are just so self-entitled.
I wanted to call this my segment for the show. If we actually did it, was going to be self-entitlement or undeserved self-entitlement in the gaming community, and that's really what it is.
I think we get really harsh just to jump on and say this is only prevalent in the gaming community.
It's not only.
Because
I said this to him too.
You can look at it in any kind of thing with a strong fan base. You're going to have people that are entitled. Look at everybody following them hates the team. It's like, these people are the worst. These guys suck. What are you doing? You're all bum. Blah 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 blah. Well.
Here's the problem.
You often see go to this though.
Yeah,
to DDoS
did Westbrook get his personal information shown and blown up all over the internet?
The people who are fans of video games are tech heads. They know how to do this stuff.
That's the issue. We have more power than they do, and we're abusing it.
It's terrible.
It doesn't mean that it's so. Okay, so
do riots not break out?
I understand what he's saying. He's right. It's because the techies are part of this community, and because of that, we have the power
able to do that,
to do much worse stuff than the normal, general public.
Right there aren't like radio shows for people to call in and be like, yeah, the team's a bunch of losers. You don't do that. You can't do that with video games.
When you talk from now, can you just do that accent?
Yeah, like some New York jackass.
No, it's more like Boston, but
Boston Rocky.
Yeah, Boston. That was more Boston Rocky.
A lot of people, I think it's a few people in here are saying, after that, I have no respect for Phil Fish anyway. And that's what I have a problem with this, and I'm not going against you, but on NeoGAF in general, the topic in the end boiled down to 90% of, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it, Phil Fish deserves it. Pretty much. No, he does not. Nobody deserves this. Quinn does not deserve what she got. Phil Fish does not deserve what he got. This is way beyond
and to those people
anything
that
should happen.
They deserve it.
That is not at all what you should be saying in response to this. Yes, Phil Fish is a passionate but very immature person. Mm-hmm. That's his biggest problem. He's immature. He has no control over his emotions, and honestly, that's his problem. That's my big problem with him, is that he can't filter anything, and that kind of goes into a whole other subject matter of if PR is needed for these indie guys. Because they're so small, they don't really have a PR machine, and they might need it. Because that's the problem, is when we have a direct connection with these indie personalities, and they're able to give back human emotions, it causes these kind of things to happen. And it sucks that this is what is needed, but it might be. Do you agree that we might need a little bit of a separation there?
We do.
They need somebody filtering their messages, because
PR person.
They need a PR person. They really do. Phil Fish, if he would have had a PR person, it might have helped him tremendously.
Why don't you start a PR for solely for small indie devs, so that way they don't embarrass themselves.
Do it.
Do it.
100%, yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what you could
We
call
already
it.
have a title.
What?
What's
name?
What is our
We'll
title?
just use level up.
Oh. The level up firm
Okay, I guess.
of
Why not?
AGM and Jerome.
Alright, if you guys have a better suggestion of what a PR marketing firm for video game indie devs should be called, let us know.
Level up your conversation.
And this hasn't. We haven't even.
See, that sounds like a tagline. That's
Done! We're PR! That's all we are! We are taglines! What do you think PR does?
You know what the funny thing is we haven't even entered into the whole DDoS thing, which is now just makes us even more hateful of the community. I mean, it's just like
It's not with the exception. I mean, there's. I would say with the exception of the majority of our fans. You know what actually really disappointed me? I was saying this to Mark. So I don't know. Do you feel? Does everybody know what happened with Sony's PSN? Do you feel like
In
the majority-
2011 or
No,
today?
right now?
I think.
And what's different now versus 2011?
Some people obviously don't because they're coming in and like, why are there so
Do you
few viewers
want
tonight?
to
Oh yeah,
cover it real quick?
go ahead.
Okay. So basically, early in the morning, some asswipe little shit decided that he was going to hack his way and basically annoy and anger every single person in the gaming community that is a person that enjoys Blizzard, Sony Online Entertainment, just anything Sony in general. Actually, I think they hacked everything for Sony.
Yeah.
Who else did they have? They had Blizzard. Who else was it besides Blizzard? It was somebody else. It was someone else.
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Regardless, I keep saying hack, and I hate this because
It's not
they
a
didn't
hack.
hack. It's not a hack. It's a DDoS attack, and all it basically does is it sends. They basically create a program that just sends countless amounts of information at a company's servers and overwhelms it. So congratulations, you built a program that is essentially the same quality and extent to. My analogy was clogging the bathroom to where it explodes. But Mark, I liked yours. What was your explanation of a DDoS attack?
I said it's basically like somebody standing at your front door, ringing the doorbell, and he won't let you leave, and he won't let anybody else in.
Right.
And it's
That's
just,
all it is.
It's
Like-
just him on a doorbell.
Right, and that's all it is. It doesn't. It's not
You're not
actually
getting
very
anything done.
technical. Believe it or not, it's really not that technical of a program to write. And there's so many of them put online.
Riot Games got hacked as well.
Riot Games, thank you.
And Eve.
And
Yeah, EU got hacked. So anyway, so they attacked
DDoS.
these things, and the quote from Lizard douchebag, whatever it's called,
Lizard Squad.
Lizard Squad, because that's kind of creative.
Lizard Squad.
He claimed that it was because Sony is just another example of a company showing greed. They're not using their PS Plus money and putting it into things that matter like security to prevent from DDoS attacks. Which again, it's unneeded. A DDoS attack it does nothing beneficial for the end user.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a robber breaking into a house and not stealing anything, just throwing things around and making a mess for everybody.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Although I'm
benefit.
sure Sony now will probably look into extra security.
I'm
for
sure it will
DDoS.
before, but to Sony's defense, and I agree that yes, they could have maybe done something like Microsoft. So for instance, Microsoft was actually attacked as well, but they have
yeah.
security systems that in place that actually prevented against it.
I mean, it does say on Xbox's official site that their all their functionality is limited right now.
right,
Yeah,
right,
so they are being attacked.
But they are being attacked, but they have more security protocols to prevent against it overwhelming them.
I know, and to be honest
But-
with you, let's also acknowledge that Sony definitely has bounced back throughout the day. Like in this morning, you couldn't
But
do anything.
That's not what I'm
and
saying.
then
What I was
yesterday
I'm
later on,
actually
they had-
defending Sony because they
Well, that's
decided
why I'm saying that. Yeah.
they decided to spend their money in security to defend against the problems that could come from DDoS. DDoS doesn't hurt anything besides bring the company down, but it actually normally serves as a distraction. It's almost like lighting a fire in one area and then sneaking around behind everybody. So that's really all a DDoS attack is really for in general.
Yeah.
So they did a lot in ways of building up their security to prevent against the backdoor stuff that they really had to be worried about. Anyway, regardless, they did all this. Then they went to the extent of even they actually messed with. I looked into it even more. Smedley, the president of Sony Online Entertainment, I hate his name so much too. What?
Nothing.
Mark is such a good person. I'm sure he always relieves himself in the appropriate receptacles. What?
Moving on.
Anyway,
You
so-
guys haven't been in the chat for the last like 30.
No, I knew it was going off
I
with
see
something
Chris
really
is
different.
smirking back there.
So it's It's interesting tonight, to say the least.
But anyway, so Smedley, basically went to go say, listen, there's nothing extremely wrong, everything is down, but it's something that's going to affect you as the gamers, everything's being worked on. Lizard Squad decided, oh, well, this isn't good enough for us, it didn't affect them as badly as we wanted to, so we're going to go a step further, and then they called in a bomb threat by tweeting to American Airlines that they heard reports of a bomb being on his plane, and it had to be rerouted and grounded so they could check every single bag. The fuck?
Yeah. These guys are scum.
They're fucking assholes.
Yeah.
And then they're going on and they're antagonizing him. I don't know if did you read the Twitter feed for Lizard? It's ridiculous. Then they're antagonizing anybody else that goes on their thing.
Yeah.
And then there's been multiple accounts, like who is it?
Thank God and all that.
No, but who is it that called it? I can't remember his name.
I'm not sure.
I'm really sorry.
The first caller?
Yeah, the first caller already got through. I can't
remember our first caller tonight.
Was it Chris?
No.
Yeah, it was Nordsey. It was Nordsey.
No,
wasn't it?
Nordsey was it was the
That
other
was
guy.
EA Access.
It was the other guy that called through right before the show started, then he called again, we actually got to pick up, then he called again a little while
I can't
ago.
think of all the time.
Anyway, when he called in, I'm really sorry, I forgot who it was that called in, but he was right, there was multiple people that were then taking credit for it. Lizard Squad was the main one. Lizard Squad, whoever is running Lizard Squad is really the one that's behind it.
Yeah.
We don't know who they really are, obviously, because it's a fake handle.
Yeah.
And then they're posting somebody's random phone number and random accounts. And
Trimark,
everything
by
like
the way.
that. Huh?
Trimark.
Trimark, thank you. But they're posting random information up there all night.
Yeah.
And it's getting overwhelming and ridiculous. It's pathetic.
It is
really
pathetic.
is. And this is. So I was actually saying I am really ashamed to be part of not really exactly the community, but more so our generation.
Yeah. I know.
I
Right?
really am disappointed that I am in this generation. Like I want to love it for all the tech that we have,
Yeah.
for all the innovations that we have, for all the strides that we thought we made. I'm really disappointed in everybody and everything.
Let's try
Not
it again.
everybody, but mostly everybody.
Cool.
I think we'll end on this. Call from Trimark if it goes through. Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now, boy.
Come on, Trimark. Come on through. You can do it. Maybe.
Wow, the internet sucks tonight.
Yeah. I think it's honestly. I think it's Trimark's and his audio quality's not very.
Yeah,
good
it
either.
was cutting it a lot.
Yeah.
Too.
Try again, Trimark, or you know what? Maybe I'll call him.
Is Sony back up? Because I know some people were getting through.
I was just calling to inform my name that you forgot.
I'm sorry, man. We were trying to remember, but we couldn't remember what the name was.
How about you end off our show though, Trimark? We were talking about not even just the DDoS thing, but also like the Phil Fish hacking and all those kind of things.
Well, I was into that all this morning too, and I was thinking to myself, what if I say something to the wrong person in the community, and my social security, my number is out there, my PayPal account, and I'm like, that's pretty messed up. I mean, to dig that deep into somebody's information, I mean, if you click on the wrong virus on your computer and you upload it, then all your information is out there, and that's against everybody, not just the main people. If you just make somebody mad on the Sony network.
Yeah, I know. It's just, as Mike said, it makes us a little bit ashamed of our generation in a way.
Yeah.
It's so unfortunate that anybody has to deal with this, even though some people might think that someone like a Phil Fish deserved this. It really is not the case.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely
people were-
didn't deserve that. He deserved a little or something.
Yeah,
But
but I was able to-
maybe just his real address. Maybe they could have, threw toilet paper over his stuff, not his PayPal account or his social
Not
security.
even that. I mean, here's the other problem too. Is like
Scar.
not only to him, but actually, I was saying to Mark earlier that they actually for the Smedley who got his plane grounded just because he was informing people about Sony's online status. People were defending Lizard Squad for Smedley. I'm sorry.
You can call Lizard if you want to. His stuff is up there, like posted.
That's not his stuff, though. I'm telling you right now, it's not his information. I'm going to say I am 99% certain that's not his personal information.
I mean, he seems to be pretty brazen right now. Like, he's going up online,
Right.
like, and he's pretty much saying, like, try and find me. Like, he seems to be pretty much saying, like, anything that's coming out right now is probably,
his.
like, not his, or it's, like, a
Right,
dummy
it's-
thing that he set
right.
up, or, like, he seems to
Right.
be pretty sure that
Whoever it
he's-
is, and it's not Lizard's squad. It's probably somebody else's handle. Regardless, he's not unintelligent, but he's abusing his intelligence and letting his
Yeah, so he probably just smart enough to avoid the people that really
Right.
did it, but
But
he's taking.
The problem I was actually saying was that people were defending him doing this to Smedley because Smedley has a higher position in Sony and should have informed them of the security issues that they have within their company, so he brought it on himself. And B, because Smedley tweeted something along the lines of, and I can't remember the exact words, but basically it said, this plane trip is going to take forever without Wi-Fi. It's essentially all he posted. That's all he posted. He didn't post anything else besides that. They went above and beyond trying to find out what flight he was on, all this information, and then tweeted at them. People were coming to Lizard Squad saying he brought on himself for telling everybody that he was going on a trip. Like,
it doesn't make any sense. It's really ridiculous. But, you know what? That's what you get, I guess, for...
And some people was like, I know the Xbox fanboys was gonna take this, but it recovered pretty fast too.
Yeah,
I mean, it was amazing how fast.
Sony only in recent years they learned from their past mistakes and they beefed up their security.
Yeah, everybody
getting
credit card information out.
Right, so they did a lot. They made a lot of big strides for beefing up their security. Microsoft has been a computer tech firm for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
So who do you think is really going to win?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And we are noticing right now that it does seem like
Sony's
possibly
actually
PSN went up back up now.
PS3 is up. PS3 is up.
No,
I don't know
PS4.
if they doing the PS4 up there or not.
No, dude,
but it's
PS4 is
down.
up.
Yeah, we just got all of our information just went back up. Like, I just got a friend request, I just got a message, so I think PSN just went back up.
Yeah. So within the last...
And I have one question regarding that. Okay, the Fez 2 game. First of all, Fez 1 was one of the worst games ever. It's not that it was
Why?
a bad game. It was a pointless game. I mean...
See, that's the thing. Like,
That's kind of the point, actually. It's kind of weird to say that, but the point is to be pointless in a way with that game. And I understand what you're saying, and I kind of got on that a little bit too.
It's more of an artistic approach.
I mean, he has no right. It ain't like his game was like one of those games that everybody requested. It's just he has a couple fans that want him to make the game over.
He actually
might
has
as
a lot
well.
of fans. See, that's what I'm going to disagree with you on, because he actually does have a lot of, there are a decent amount of people that like this game a lot. So there are a good amount of people in that
And he
like
does
it.
get a lot of requests on Twitter,
Right.
and that's what he was responding to earlier by saying, like, you don't deserve it, like, fuck you guys. Which is terrible. He shouldn't be saying
Because
that.
those are the people that
He
probably
can
are
say it
not
to
gonna
me
say it.
then, I guess,
Exactly.
because I hate
agree.
this game.
You hate it?
Right, I mean, you're probably also not the demographic that he was going towards.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe I was a little bit angry that I can get a game on PS3 that's pretty decent, but when I get on my PS4, I already know what I'm getting. I'm getting an indie game that only is going to cost about $3 anyway. But that shit's me.
Yeah, I mean, see, and that's the problem that I don't know, it's a little different, and me and Drew are more, and Mark, I think we're a completely different crowd than a lot of the people that don't like what's going on with the PS4, game situation. We're I think the crowd that they were going for in the first place. But I understand the frustration, I guess, because you got a new system, you were thinking it was going to be chock full of AAA games, and we kind of, I went into it late, knowing that it wasn't going to be.
Well, a lot of them got delayed.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, but as far as that goes, as Fez goes and Fez 2, there are a lot of people requesting it, and the reason we don't like him is he's getting mad at those people, and I think he's kind of just taking his frustrations out. It's kind of like getting pissed off at work and going home and beating your wife. It's despicable and it's displaced. I feel like that's the most accurate way of describing it. It's displaced. It's despicable. I understand he's frustrated, but it's not the right thing to do.
All right.
I guess somebody just denied him a Fed, so I ain't gonna hold y'all up for too long. All right.
Try, Mark, but thanks for closing out the show, man.
All right.
All right, see you later.
Have a good night, Ben.
I think we'll end on that, guys. Thank you again, Trimark, for calling in. I understand what he's saying about Fez, but to a much lesser degree. Like, I gave Fez a 7, which is still a good score, and I enjoyed parts of Fez very much. I did think he got into a certain territory where it was like, this is just so arbitrary. Convoluted in a way. It's almost trying too hard to be hipster. I hate saying that word, but that's kind of the vibe that I got from it. So I understand what he's saying, that it was kind of pointless, but in the end, it's like, I understand. This is the point. The point is to be pointless. So
apparently our show wasn't really about us, it was more about the chat.
They were doing something crazy.
They were the stars tonight.
Yeah, they had a whole thing going on tonight in the chat room, which was pretty amusing. Okay, I think that's it for us, guys. Real quick, before I put in our last video, there you go again. Anybody who's in here for some reason that hasn't already followed the show, I'm sure you have. But please go on all our different channels right there. I'll leave them up for a moment. Twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Hard us to get notifications whenever we go live. Follow us on Twitter at The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Like us on Facebook. Check out our official website, thelevelupshow.com, for articles, reviews, editorials. Please subscribe to our YouTube because we archive everything on there, including this. As bizarre as this was, this will go up on our YouTube for you guys to check out later. And then finally, I am Drew M1788, and Mike here is the new guru on PSN. So,
do you feel entertained calling me that? Because I think it's entertaining to hear.
Okay. I'm glad you enjoy it, man. So,
also, real quick, are we broadcasting on Labor Day weekend?
No, we're not.
Nope.
We're not
Okay.
doing this.
Guys, we are not going to be here next weekend. I don't know if there's possibility of me and you doing something like on a Tuesday this week or something like that. We'll let you guys know on Twitter, but we will not be on Sunday next weekend because of Labor Day weekend. I will be away, Kristen will be away. And then the week after that, we'll be back here, but we'll be in the transition period of Kristen and I moving into a new house, so things might be a little bizarre for a little while.
Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.
Yes, because this was the Hard Up show this week.
It was more of a Jerry Springer line.
Okay. I don't watch Jerry Springer.
Really? You never seen it?
I've got too much class for that show, man.
No, you don't. It's okay to stoop down that low once in a while. It's kind of like the occasional trip to Walmart. You just go there to feel better about yourself.
Oh, embrace it. What am I going to do Sunday at 10 next week? You will wait another week is what you'll do.
You guys can get Diablo and play with me. I'll play.
Yeah. But guys, we'll miss you next week. Thanks so much for stopping in tonight, even with how hard it probably was to do so. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Or maybe this week on if I'll let you guys know on Twitter. I'll let you guys know on Twitter. Just keep an eye on our feed, and we'll let you know. See you later, guys.
Here's one. Come back up here for a second. I can't see you all. Of course, you can see that one for a second.
Level up, guys. See you in 2 weeks.
Kristen's extreme. Extreme.